DJ.
I'm going to hell. What is going on, you guys? It's Extreme here, and welcome back to another episode of Road to Max Prestige, a series I do Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Now, in today's episode, it's Wednesday, and what happens on Wednesdays? I do random ass commentaries intentionally. And the reason I do this is because some of you guys enjoy the random, just what the fuck kind of commentaries that I do. So I do them intentionally every Wednesday now. And today I'm going to do just that, as I'm actually going to talk about a bunch of different random ass shit. Oh God. Actually, today's commentary is not very random. It'll be random considering I haven't talked about it in a while, but I actually want to talk about pro wrestling, specifically the announcement that the legendary Macho Man Randy Savage is going to be inducted into this year's WWE Hall of Fame. I have been and was a fan of Randy Savage for a long time. I didn't like everything he did in WCW, but I was still a fan of the man. He was one of the most entertaining, charismatic characters in professional wrestling, and his induction has been long overdue. And I'm glad that the Poffo family has finally allowed this. A lot of people don't understand how the WWE Hall of Fame works. So, how any Hall of Fame works for that matter. So, let me put it to you this way. Unless the individual is alive to personally accept the induction, they have to go through the family, the surviving heirs, if you will. And if the family does not want that individual inducted into whatever Hall of Fame or receive whatever award you might be giving them, the family has the right to say, we're not interested. For the last several years, Randy Savage family refused to accept an induction for Randy into the Hall of Fame. Now, in the last year or so, the WWE decided they wanted to do a special DVD on Randy Savage. They wanted to do the life and times of Randy Savage, and it was a good video. It's a good video. I have not actually seen the full video. A good portion of it is available on the WWE Network if you want to check it out. If you have the WWE Network, it's a really good show. There's a lot of stuff about Randy I didn't know. Like, I didn't know he used to play professional baseball. I didn't know that. And that's also where he got his name, technically. That's where he got the Savage from. And I thought that was really cool. Or Macho Man. I think, yeah, he got the Macho Man from that. And Savage, I don't know where that came from, but I don't remember. But it was a really cool story. And I'm honestly happy to see that he's getting inducted. There are many other people that fans, wrestling fans particularly, longtime wrestling fans, want to see inducted into the Hall of Fame. One of those is Owen Hart. I don't see that ever happening because the Hart family, specifically Owen's late wife, I think that's not the way to put it. I think Owen's widowed. Yeah, there you go. She is still suing the WWE. And there's definitely going to be hard feelings there. So the likelihood of Owen going to the Hall of Fame this year, it depends. You know, personally, I don't see it happening this year. I don't see it happening for a while. But Owen's wife has that power. So as long as Owen's, widow has that, she's never going to the Hall of Fame. Just the way the world works. So there you go. The company can't just induct you. It just doesn't work like that. It sucks, but that's how wrestling is. Now, besides talking about the induction of Randy Savage and also kind of clearing up things for you guys, there's something that's always bothered me. And as a former wrestler, it's something that's to this day still bothers me. It's when non-wrestling individuals, people who are not wrestlers, who have never wrestled, who've never worked for a wrestling company, who've never booked a wrestling show, who know nothing about the actual business, who've never spent a day in the ring, behind the curtain, review wrestling products. We call them marks. They like to call themselves smart marks or smarks. You are a mark. And when you review a show, whether it be for television pay-per-view, whatever, you need to review it as an individual who has no knowledge of what's going on. Because at the end of the day, even those who've been in the business don't know what's going on because they don't work for the company that's putting on the show. It bothers me that people review these shows and are insanely critical of the product, but they don't work for the company. They don't understand the direction the company is going in. And they review it as if their opinion is valid and just, and it's the right opinion, and people should take their opinion seriously. Fuck you. It really does bother me. And I haven't wrestled in many, many years. I haven't been in a wrestling ring in God knows how long. But the reason it bothers me is because these individuals that review this, they use terminology they shouldn't fucking use. They talk about things like they know what they're talking about. They don't know shit. And it pisses me off. My wrestling career was taken from me. I didn't get a choice in ending it. It was taken from me. That still to this day pisses me off. It really pisses me off. I've said that multiple times now. It really does frustrate and annoy me and hurt me and bother me. And yes, as I've already said, it does piss me off. But it pisses me off even more that these assholes are out there that think they know something about the wrestling business. Even if you can read an entire encyclopedia about the wrestling business, you don't know a fucking thing about it. You don't. You ever been in the ring? You ever taken a bump? You ever been ripped off? Yeah. No. Fuck off. I miss it. I miss being in the ring. And I've said this before. I wasn't traditionally trained. I didn't go to a proper wrestling school. I didn't wrestle for a traditional wrestling promotion or a wrestling promoter. I wrestled for an asshole. But there are many other wrestlers out there who will tell you the same fucking thing. Some of them are very famous. You just don't know it. But the reason this bothers me, because I've been saying this over and over again, and I haven't gotten to the point. It bothers me because, actually I have said it, but I go to this website, I'm not going to say which one, and they give you the results for wrestling shows. Unfortunately, I don't always get to watch Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown. I refuse to watch Impact, especially when I see the results for the show, and the show doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm not going to watch a wrestling show that doesn't entertain me or that I can't get into, you know? Like, if the stories just don't make sense. Monday Night Raw has become that, so I don't watch it. Why? Because there's a simple way to let the company know you don't like the product. Don't watch it. The same can be said for Call of Duty, Borderlands, any other game, any other product. You vote with your dollars. If your dollars are going elsewhere, if your viewership is going elsewhere, people are gonna pay attention to that. I know, I'm one of them. If you guys stopped watching this series, I know I gotta do something better. I gotta make it better. I gotta do it now. The same is said for other individuals in media, be it video games, movies, television. If you stop watching, well, with television, if you stop watching, the show goes away. So, you kind of got a problem with that one. But with wrestling especially, and with video games, if you don't watch or you don't buy them, people know, hey, okay, we fucked up. We need to make this right. How do we fix this in a hurry? And they will fix it in a hurry. Trust me. So there you go. If you don't like what's being done, don't watch it. Don't play it. And this kind of goes back to Call of Duty, because a lot of people are bitching and complaining about this game. You don't like it, there's two choices. Stop playing, play something else. Actually, there's really only one choice. If you don't like the game, don't play it. If you want them to fix something, going onto their forums and yelling and screaming and crying and throwing a big temper tantrum, that doesn't get anything done. But if you stop playing the game Then go on the forums and explain why you don't play this game anymore and what would get you to come back. As weird as this may sound, if something happened, if I did videos so badly you guys stopped watching them, and someone came on and said, hey, Extreme, if you do this, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would come back. What do you think I'm gonna do? Fucking ignore it? Hell no, I'm gonna listen. Smart business. It's also very bad business when people stop watching. You guys gotta remember, at the end of the day, it is a business first. It's a passion second. And for a lot of developers, this is their job, this is their livelihood. You fuck with their livelihood, they're gonna take notice. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode, as random as fuck as it was. I will be back tomorrow with another one. So like always, until next time, adios. Go for a weekend. She wouldn't give me the whole 2 weeks. She said, no, I'll do it for a weekend. Like, you can get it for 2-3 days. I can do that, but that's as far as you get. I was like, all right, I'll take it. So for that weekend, I got all the head I wanted whenever I wanted. And literally, that's a different story time, because there's some places I made her give me head that, oh God. Oh man, it was fun. So anyways, so the day comes that she wants to do this, and I have to give her what she wants first before I get what I want. And for the record, there's only one day left of the week, and that was Friday. So I'm like, crap, I literally have to do this tomorrow. She already had everything figured out, except for one tiny detail.